What's going on, my diggity dogs? It's your boy, the CEO of Charts. Yeah, that's right, Max, the CEO of Charts. Today I'm coming at you with a video where I'm going to be reviewing a whole bunch of different random Roblox games, and then I'm going to be stacking them up against one another in this tier list that I made. Just to see which ones are good in comparison to the rest of the game. For the tiers, we have at the very top, Ascended My Soul. We have Certified Hood Classic. Middle, we have Take It or Leave It. We have Not Good. And at the very bottom, we have Cursed to My Soul. So starting off, we have 1006. 1006 was something else to me. It seemed to be quite emotional. It seemed to be very personal to the person who made it. Definitely creates a type of story that is kind of easy to follow. But I think it does leave a very strong impression on you. Some of the pros is that like I said, the story is pretty good. It's a very simple game, so it's not too complicated, not too difficult to understand it. Some of the cons would be that it's kind of short. It's like maybe I spent like 30 minutes on it, and that was just kind of just because I was just trying to go through everything in the game. If you're trying to do a casual playthrough, it might take you less time. It's very, like I said, it's very personal to the person who made it, so it could be kind of difficult for some people to relate to what is going on the actual game. So for that reason, I'm going to put it up into Certified Hood Classic. It is a very good game, but I don't think it ascended my soul like how something like Abyss World would, or Journey to the Sun. Next up is Apocalypse Rising 2. It's kind of like Rust, where you're just sort of spawned into a random place and you have to go around collecting all sorts of different items like food, bandages, weapons, guns. I'm not too sure what the point of the game is. Maybe it's just to survive for as long as possible and try to fight other people or team up with other people. If you like games where you just sort of are dropped into an environment and you're forced to survive all by yourself or with others, then this game is for you. Some of the pros is that the game it limits you in a lot of challenging ways, and that can be pretty fun depending on if you want to be challenged or not. Like the inventory system is pretty interesting. It's like Subnautica or Backpack Hero. It's a nice, big, wide open area for lots of potential for different combat. There are zombies in the game and there's people in the game, so there's plenty of stuff to fight. Some of the cons would be that if you don't like this type of game, then it might seem kind of frustrating or kind of pointless to play this game, because the backpack system, while it is challenging, if you don't like that it limits you in how you can arrange things, then it's going to be quite frustrating for you. It's also very skill based. I don't think there's much of a skill based matchmaking system in the game. If you're up against other people, they could be literal infants on their iPad, or it could be the sweatiest gamer in his 10,000 gaming chair computer setup. So yeah, that could be kind of frustrating. But I do like this game quite a lot. I think it was a nice change of pace, so I'm putting it up into Certified Hood Classic. Next up is Blitzrunner. Blitzrunner is it's quite a unique game, way different than any other Roblox game that I played. The style is quite unique, as well as the different mechanics of the game. Some pros is that it's quite a change of pace from different Roblox games that you would play. It's got a Doom type of momentum where once you start going, it kind of makes you want to just keep going. Some cons is that it is very complex, I would say, and it was kind of difficult for me to play through, so I didn't really get too far in it, because I was like, screw this, I'm not gonna go through this entire game. That's really the main point. It's just that the main catch of the game is just how complex it is, and I don't really like that, because while I do like complexity, I like complexity that is easy to control. the game is kind of hard to control. The controls, like, they kind of suck. So for that reason, I'm going to put it in take it or leave it. It's very pretty. It's a very pretty game. I just don't think it's for me, but it could be free for you. Next up is Bloxel. Bloxel is a game that is, it's just a building game where it's like Minecraft creative mode. You're given an assortment of different blocks and you can build anything you want. The entire map is, I think it has not changed at all, or if it has, it's been a long time. I do hold some love towards this game because of this one certain building. There was this person who actually passed away before they could finish the building, and I was working on it just to try to top it off. And one of the people who actually knew the person was in the game and came over to thank me for it, which I did. I certainly felt good. So no, if you go to that building, you can see the very top of the building. That is something that I made. The art gallery, and in the very top with the little dome with grass. That's stuff that I made. So this kind of bias, but I'm putting it up as a Ascent in My Soul. It's a very big game in the sense of space, where there's just tons of stuff to explore. There's tons of different teleports to go to different places, to look at different buildings people have made. So just overall, it's very fun. Next up is Bridge Worm. Basically, there's this big map, and there's a ton of guns that are lying around. You go around to each of the different guns, you can pick them up, and then at nighttime, these like weird or goddamn Slenderman looking dudes come at you. And there's also like two big things. There's this big horror nightmare abomination thing that's like 2 million feet high. And then there's also the bridge worm itself. Some pros of the game is that it's just strictly combat focused. Some cons is that there isn't really a whole lot to the game. You can get about 20 minutes worth of fun out of the game before it can get boring. I played it for a little while. I played it for a couple of in-game days, and it was kind of fun to shoot at all the different enemies and try to survive. But I do think I'm going to put it over in here. I think I'll put it above Blitzrunner. I'll also put... I'll put... God damn it. I'll put Apocalypse Rising 2 above 1006. The Bridge Worm game, it's just like quite shallow. There's not a whole lot to it. I guess there is some exploration to behold, but it can get kind of old kind of quick. Alright, next up is Catacombs Exploration. This game is full of different areas that you can explore, winding mazes like the actual catacombs under Paris, except, well, it's not a bunch of skulls lining the walls. Lots of different places to explore. You can actually leave the catacombs if you so choose. You can stay in there and try to check out different puzzles. I think there were. The main catch of this game, the main point of interest, is just how much there is to explore. If you like exploration games, then you're going to like this game. You can get quite a lot out of it. Some pros is that, like I said, it is very big, very massive, so there's a lot of stuff to explore. And this is like a multiplayer game, so if you want to do roleplay, I guess you could do that. Some cons of the game is that I was kind of disappointed the first time I played it, because I was expecting it to be like the actual catacombs under Paris, where there's skulls lining the walls and like it's just a big dingy dungeon that you go around and explore. But it's just not quite like that. Yeah, that's just kind of the main flaw with it, is that it's kind of, with the skulls as the profile picture, you kind of get built up just to be disappointed later on once you actually play the game. That's kind of the only flaw I can think about this. I think I'm going to put it above Bridge Worm, just because this game has more to it than Bridge Worm. It's just more interesting overall. Actually, I might put Bridge Worm under Blitzrunner. Yeah, I'll put it right there. Next up is Chaos at the Bistro. This is a strictly combat focused game, but it's a little bit more interesting than Bridgeworm, where it's kind of like Paint the Town Red. You can pick up stuff and throw the stuff at people. There's also just like straight up punching people. Strictly combat focused, very skill heavy. You have to be good at the combat in order to actually, I'd say, have fun. Unless you're not looking to be competitive at all, and you're here to just bludgeon a bunch of people with your fists, then that'd be pretty fun for you. Some pros is that the small map, it is a very small map, but it's kind of built up and very detailed. The game's just kind of dumb fun. I'd say it's a great place to just hang out with your friends and beat the crap out of each other. Some cons is that if you're in a public lobby, you're probably going to come across people who can play the game better than you, and so that might be kind of frustrating for some people. There's also, it's just strictly combat focused. There's nothing else to it. That simplicity is kind of good, but also kind of bad at the same time, because it's simple, like a Roblox game, like most Roblox games are, but if you're looking for something else out of it, like a story of some kind, then this game wouldn't be for you. I definitely do like this game. I'm going to put it into Certified Hood Classic. It's going to be kind of near the bottom of it, though. Not as good as 1006. Honestly, it might be like the lowest of Certified Hood Classic, bordering on take it or leave it. Next up is, it's called Defend at the Core. You're playing as this person who tries to defend the core of Roblox from this big origin zombie guy, and he just sends out waves of zombies at you, and when you kill zombies, you can get money to buy better guns and buy different NPCs that will defend the core for you. Some pros is that the game is kind of like Chaos of the Bistro. It's just kind of dumb fun. It's a tower defense game where you're just defending one thing, and it's just a big strip of land. Zombies spawn at one end and you're on the other end shooting at them. So it's a very simple game, but it's also quite fun. There's a wide range of guns and NPCs that you can hire. It's also kind of challenging in a way. I'd say it's kind of hard to do it alone, to beat the game alone. So I definitely do it on a public server or like playing it with your friends. Some cons is that it's kind of short. There's only 20 waves, and then there's 21 actually. The 21st wave is kind of a secret wave, I guess, even though it's not that secret. Once you beat the 22nd wave or 21st wave, you just go back to the first wave. I'd say I'd put this like above Chaos of the Bistro. This might be my bias showing, but I do like games that are styled after classic Roblox games. I'd say I've come back to it a couple times after I recorded the video. This is the only game on here other than Bloxel that I come back to. So, yeah, that might just be my bias showing that I'm putting it up so high. Next up is Schoolhouse. I think it's like 1980. Never mind, it's Schoolhouse 1890. This is a pure exploration game. The game is quite pretty. Let's start off with the pros. The game is very pretty. There's a lot of detail in the game, in the map. You sort of get dropped into a setting, like a point in time, and you just get to explore it, which is something that I like. I like getting to explore stuff and see the different environment details. Some of the cons of the game is that if you're not into exploration games, then this wouldn't be for you, because there is literally nothing else except for exploration. There's also this NPC that'll get you if you leave the schoolhouse or the dorms or the river. If you go too far away from the main area, you're gonna get killed by the thing. I'm going to put it probably right here. Yeah, this review is kind of short, but the game itself is also kind of short. You'll get maybe 10 minutes out of it. Next up is Subterra. This is a game that I was very disappointed by when I first played it. The game says it was inspired by Minecraft and Terraria. What it means by that is that it's blocky like Minecraft and it's 2.5D like Terraria. That's what it is. That's where the inspiration comes from. I was very disappointed. I thought it was going to be like a survival type game where it's like Terraria, where you can go and build houses and find NPCs and fight bosses, but it's not. It's just a kind of boring mining game. And yeah, there are some enemies to fight, but it's just like, it's not that fun to play, in my opinion. I'm gonna put this down in not good. I'm still very disappointed by it. Like, don't put Minecraft and Terraria, two of my favorite games, in your description if you're not gonna make the game like Minecraft or Terraria. It's just a mining game. There's no crafting involved. Next up is Trash Game. This game is kind of like that one mobile cats game where you can build your machine and then you put it up against other machines from other people that made it. You can go out on expeditions as this robot where you can rummage around in bins and in buildings looking for different scrap pieces to build up your robot or build up your layer. Some pros of the game is that it's very detailed, I'd say. It's it is very so detailed. There's so much in it. It's a very pretty game. There's also a lot to do, I'd say. I'd say there's a lot of replay value you can get out of this. There's also some PvP aspects of the game, or I guess MVM, I should say, machine versus machine, or RVR, robot versus robot, where like after a certain time limit, the grace period is over and then you're forced to fight other dudes. So if you like that, you're also gonna like this. Like if you like fighting other people, you're gonna like this game. I also liked how each and every building is kind of like a dungeon of sorts, where you're forced to defend yourself from any of the defenses inside of the building, and then the game also sort of warns you about different difficulties of different buildings. Some of the cons of the game is that it's kind of just exploring and then building up your character in your base, then exploring, then building up your character in your base. If you like to collect stuff, then that's cool, and if you like to see progress on your character, then you're gonna like this game. But personally, I don't think I would go back to it. Something else I don't like is that I'm pretty sure there's like a hub area, like a lobby, before you actually get into the game. That kind of scared me a little bit, because games like that I don't really like, because just like, if you're going to put me into a game, put me into the game. Do not just put me into a lobby where I have to go into a different area and then I have to go and join the game. But this game is quite fun. I'm going to put it above Apocalypse Rising. Well, actually no, I'll put it right below Apocalypse Rising. I feel like I would come back to Apocalypse Rising more than I would come back to Trash Game. Last up is West and Wood. This game was really confusing to me, more so than Blitzrunner. There was kind of nothing to do. I was waiting for a really long time for something to happen. I was exploring through each house, just sort of looking around for something, anything to do. There was literally nothing. And for some reason, there's a health system and a hunger system and a thirst system, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there's a health system, there's a stamina system, there's a hunger and a thirst system. So it comes off as a survival game like Apocalypse Rising, but there was literally nothing. I literally starved to death. That's how boring it was. There was nothing in there. I have not come back to it, so maybe that was just kind of a fluke. But I'm gonna put it up below Subterra, because Subterra, I guess, is more fun than Westwood, because Westwood, you run around, and then you die of thirst or hunger. That's literally what I could see from the game. So yeah, kind of ending it on a bit of a downside, but that was my tier list. There's going to be more videos about this tier list. I'm going to be adding on more Roblox games later on. So yeah, that was this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Bye.